Hello, we're speaking from the Asia Clean Energy Forum 2019. I'm here with Shinwari, Director of Renewable Energy from MRRD, Afghanistan. We're going to talk a little bit about his experiences in Afghanistan and the needs and the developments there, as well as we'd love to hear about what he thinks of our conference here at ADB headquarters. So, first question I'd like to ask, can you tell me about some of the development needs and challenges that you're seeing in the rural part of Afghanistan?
In terms of Afghanistan, as you all know, that the current electricity rate in Afghanistan is 34 to 35%, while if we see to the rural connectivity, so we have the rate of 14% connectivity across the country, which is low. And the current situation of electricity, that is around 70 to 75% are imported from the neighboring countries, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Iran, while the rest of 25 to 30 is are the domestic generations. So the government of Afghanistan has launched plenty of the plans. We have developed the master plans, which we will achieve 3,000 to 6,000 megawatts by 2032.
So tell me about the solar home systems that you're considering for Afghanistan.
Yeah, those solar home systems from the last 10-15 years, MRRD has implemented some of the smaller home systems to the community household levels, while we face with one of the biggest challenge, that was the operation and maintenance and sustainability issues. So as a lesson learned, so we come up with a new approach to design a unique kit, a solar home kit, so that has a range of the capacity of solar, started from 50 watts, 75 watts till 100 watts. And the other unique things for the first time that we will bring in Afghanistan or into this kit, that is a lithium-ion battery. So the life of a lithium-ion battery runs from 8 to 10 years.
Right.
And the second biggest thing is that we are working with the private sector. Involvement of the private sector is very important, very vital. Here we will be using the de-risking mechanism, the financing modalities that MRRD leaderships along with the government has considered for the first phase of this projects will be to provide them the subsidy, and then there will be a cash contributions on the kit from the community level, household level.
Right, okay. And how will they pay? Will it be some sort of electronic payment system? Will you have set up some private sector companies who can collect the payments? What are your plans on that?
Yeah, if you see, Afghanistan has lots of other challenges as well. So the first considerations of these projects will be on the border districts of the country, where we are planning to provide this solar home system in 13 provinces with 55 districts. The bordering districts are very vulnerable and suffered people from last 15-20 years. Even the government did not provide them the development activities due to the security and other issues. If you see at the night times, so the social economic lives of the peoples are very poor. At the night time, other side of the borders are they have the lights, while they don't have the lights. So it is a direct impact on the social life of the people, the children, the women, especially like that. So in this case, so we will provide the solar home system to these districts.
Right. Can you tell me what is in the solar home kit?
Yeah, the solar homes kit includes the solar panel with a lithium-ion battery, radio, televisions, mobile charger, and other protective equipments. So by inclusion of the TV and radio, so we have the purpose of the people in order to be connected with the government. We have now the gaps between the government and the faraway districts. Even there are some communities, villages that they do not know the president itself. And it would be better, it will also help the women in order to follow their vaccination program for their children. Because we have the public clinics, but they are not aware of the clinics. About their pregnancy, maternity clinics, about the educational activities, about there are some ads from the government side for, in terms of educational, recreational, sports and other things. So the peoples will be connected with those. And the most important thing is that the women will be benefited from solar home system, because it will be easy for them in order to work in the kitchen at night time. So it will be very easy for the women in order to take their children to outside the, their yard, to the toilets, because if you go there, at night times, if there is no electricity, so the children are also, fearing, scaring from the, wild animals and other things. And for the males, it will also be helpful for them. So I will also add for the sustainability of this kit that for the 2 years is a guarantee period that the private sector will be on the ground, and they will provide the free services for 2 years to the community levels. During the 2 years, so the communities will be aware of the, the technology, the kits, the benefits that they will use, the ownership that they will have. During this 2 years, so the local community peoples will be trained by the, by the private sector. Beyond the 2 years, so there will be local communities that they will be experts. They will run their own business with having creation of job opportunities in every village, every district. So they will run the business, They will run the business. There will be shops. If bulbs or lights is damaged, so they will come and buy, the new things. So in this case, so it will give the enrichment of the sustainability to the sector.
What is the most interesting thing you've learned at ACEF so far? I know it's just started, but tell me one interesting thing that you've learned at ACEF so far.
Actually today is the second, second day. Today is the second day. So in terms of networking, so I have found a lot of friends. So my pocket is full of the ID cards. So I found some of the Indian people, some of the Philippine people, and some of the peoples who are from Islamic Development Bank. So they are the peoples who are, they are somehow similar experience with the kids that we have come up with the initiatives or design or other things. So this is good, the community, the networking. The other thing is, so from the today's sessions, so I have learned some of the experiences from the regions like Pakistan. They are doing also some of the good projects. So I like the ideas that they are implemented in that. And some of the ideas I took from Indonesia yesterday. So these are the couple of the experience that the peoples or the countries are doing, contributing to the energy sectors. So the solar home system that we come up, or MRID, the government come up, is also the ideas that we took, from last year, even from ACEF. So these are, the things that we are working with the people. When I am going back to my home, so I have technical team, so I am delivering what I learned from this ACEF. Then we will be working what we can do from the Afghanistan's context or perspective in order to contribute in energy, energy sector for the off-grid interventions. So these are the plus, points that I got so far from the ACEF, and I'm really thankful for the ADB for such a very important platform that they are arranging early for the energy sectors.